Hello, hello. I am Pam Teague with Sacred Stone, the heartbeat of Sacred Stone, actually. And I would love to talk about pink opal today. We have lots of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pink opal. Fabulous, amazing. One of my must-haves. I think this belongs in everyone's house. So, have you ever met someone who seemed to be truly, lighthearted and happy, and then as you go along and you either work with them or you just get to know them, they're in your circle, you run into them here and there, and then all of a sudden something happens, or maybe something doesn't even happen that's all that significant, but you come to realize that they are a powerhouse. I mean, you just thought they were this sweet person that just kind of came along with the group, and all of a sudden you realize that they are actually a force of nature that's capable of extraordinary courage. And that courage carries them through dramatic or traumatic circumstances. A person that seemingly never blinks at the most daunting of tasks, and yet when you meet them, they seem like they're just one of those easygoing people that just bring the music to the party, Okay, that description is pink opal. Maybe this person has a small cubicle in the middle of the work, or maybe they always wear that shirt or dress color that you never notice, it's just some shade of beige, or they drive the old Honda, or they come into yoga and slip in the back, and yet they're always there with a card and the cake when it's somebody's birthday. If there's a project at work and it's looking like it's doomed, they're the one that stays late. Maybe they just happen to be in the office when somebody gets that call of that traumatic experience in their family, and they're always there. They came in early, they stayed late, you ran into them in the parking lot. This stone has that ability. It's sweet and easy in so many wonderful ways. I dearly love the way it feels. So, I gotta tell you, if there's one in the room, it's in my hands. That's just all there is to it. I keep them on my desk, in both desks that I have. I mean, I always have this in my hand. Not when I'm out and about, but they're laying around my house, and I call it an angelic lift. And when I first worked with the Peruvian, it just seemed like everything was lighter when I had it in my hand, or when it was in the room, or when it was on the table. It tends to, it's not as unnoticeable as you might think it is. It actually, I feel like it brings an entire angelic army of power and strength to our experience, to our being, to our moments. Not really like a cup of coffee. It's actually kind of the opposite. It brings this relief with it that we are in every moment doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And that we just have this simple, unquestionable, unseen, unstoppable team that lifts us up and through whatever seems to be daunting or unmanageable at the moment. So can you say invincible? this stone, after working with it for a while, it might feel a little bit like you stepped into or were maybe wrapped in Superman or Superwoman's cape. Your superpower has actually somehow magically, uniquely been bestowed upon you in that moment. And now, because you've got that, you can go back to walking through the garden or finish washing the dishes, because frankly, it's just handled. It's just done. This stone gives you that sense. It gives you that sense that wherever you are, whenever, whatever you're doing, your only job is to take that next step. Whatever that is. It might be just be washing the dishes. It gives you that sense that everything's good and everything is just good because you got your team on the issue, and your team already has it handled. And those glasses are shining again. I gotta get that light taken care of. Sorry, guys. So I love to sleep with this. Not only do I like to hang out with it during the day, but if there's something that really needs to be resolved, or there's something that I'm anxious about, or you tend to be one of those anxious people that has this kind of thought process that, oh my God, I don't want to go to the meeting, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that, because, your heart racing or that kind of thing. Tuck this underneath your pillow for a few nights, and you'll find in the morning you might have just been dreaming about flying through the universe like Wonder Woman. You never know. I also like to keep it, like I mentioned, like around the house. So on the coffee table, in the dining room. You're having that family dinner and this baby's just hanging around. Sometimes they look like that. Sometimes they look like that. But they're just hanging around. And your family comes over for one of those meals. And there's somebody at that table that just, kind of like me, just can't put it down. It actually brings a lightness to the conversation, but it keeps the conversation going. It keeps it moving. That lifting that we feel is that forward motion. It's the choice to continue to go and fold the laundry. It's the choice to take another small step. It seems really silly. It seems insignificant at the time. The conversation at the dinner table may be charged, or it may be about the weather. But it continues to move forward. It continues to build connections. So, by the way, I have to say this. It's not as cute, warm, and fuzzy as you might think. When we have one of these in our possession, we naturally have signed up with the no turning back mode, that we are required to move forward. This is definitely, without question or doubt, a light worker stone. And I often, when I'm in the booth, recommend this for children who are not really excited about school, or not thinking that they want to go to that class or that kind of thing. Because we know they're there to make that shift, and they already innately know that they're not taking on the easiest path, but they got their team with them. They got their team with them all the time. So one more fact I want to just share with you about this opal from Australia, and that's what this is. This is the one. See, this has got a little bit of a dark spot in the back. This has got a lot of yummy stuff in it. This has got some yummy stuff in it. There's another one here with a little center of yummy stuff in it. It's got some swirls on the other side. This opal is from Australia. And there's some from Peru too, and I'll probably try to put that up as well. But this is going up on Etsy in the next day or two. So check it out in our store. I'll put a link in the bottom. This comes from exactly the same place and the same river that Mookaite does. And Mookaite has this delightful little habit of nudging us into doing things that we may never thought we wanted to do before. It nudges us into things, or volunteering, or doing things that we thought we hated, or at least disliked, or didn't think we were good at, or they carry us into places that, you know, we didn't think that we liked that food in that restaurant. And all of a sudden, we find new opportunities showing up in our lives. And this little baby has that exact little bit of a nudge with it to not just notice that we have a new opportunity, but it shows us how the pathway, the opportunity to fold one more piece of clothing, to do one more dish, and all of a sudden step into exactly the perfect place that we're supposed to be. I love this. I hope you love this. It's one of those things that I think every home should have one. And I will have them up on Etsy maybe this afternoon. But enjoy them. Revel in that fact that you are never, ever, ever required to figure this out all on your own. Give your head a rest. Go take a bath. Walk in the garden. Love yourself. Love everything about your world, because it's all handled in perfect harmony. You guys, thank you so much for playing with me, so much for talking to me, so much for stopping by, so much for loving the stones and the earth as much as I do, because it's just a fabulous, safe, delightful place to play. If you have any questions, and please, please, please subscribe for good vibes. Give me a little thumbs up. Nudge me on because I love this, and I'm probably not going to stop anyway because this is just too much fun, and I am sending you all of that fun, pink, opal, delicious, yummy, angelic, lifting energy right now. Ciao for now.